Spirituality creates influence in the church, but success gives you greater influence in the marketplace. And make no mistake about it, the marketplace is the primary concern for the expansion of the kingdom. Welcome to 83K Nation. Dr. Keith Johnson here, your Christian Success Strategist. This show is all about empowering you with the strategies, skills, tactics, and tools to help you reach your next personal, professional, and financial summits to increase your influence, impact, and income fast. There are some challenges that you are facing, and I just want to tell you unequivocally, there's sometimes in your life, crisis just comes. And one of the best things you can do sometimes is just dig a foxhole, put your helmet on, and let the bullets fly over your head for a season. And when they stop flying, pick your head back up and get back up and take more territory. Go forward and keep moving forward. And sometimes that's literally all you can do. And what I don't want you to do, I don't want you to start looking down. When you try something and it doesn't work out, or maybe something hits you, side slaps you, and you're like, what was that? There's sometimes in our lives when those things happen, many people look down and they get discouraged and they say, I'm going to quit. I'm going to give up. I'm not enough. Maybe this is not what I'm supposed to do. That's all looking down. So you're either looking down or you're going to look up. And many people look down and they start talking trash about themselves, start talking trash about the possibilities of what can happen. And I'm telling you, we all get hit with this. But what you got to do is you got to refuse to look down and start going into that negative slope of thinking that better days aren't ahead, of thinking that you're somewhere outside of God's calling and God's plan. I want you to know, right? The Bible is very clear. It tells us that there are many opportunities. Paul said there are many opportunities. There's doors that are waiting for me. But there are many adversaries. And let me tell you, if you think for a moment that achieving your destiny is a downward slide, that there's not going to be a fight, that there's not going to be a battle, I got some gummy bears to sell you. And I don't sell marijuana. I'm just kidding. I don't do it. I don't mess around with it. But I'm just kind of joking around, right? And saying, you're gonna face these kind of things. A lot of the game is your mental toughness. And saying, and when tough times come, I'm not going to look down on myself. I'm going to look up. And see, isn't that the thought? Whenever you look up, now you get a glimpse of God, right? And you start from a proper perspective of your identity. Who are you really? You're a child of the Most High God. God's DNA lives inside of you. You are a winner. You are an overcomer. You are unstoppable. You have what it takes because God's power is resided on the inside of you. And His power has the ability to pull you through this situation. And when you start looking up, you start saying, all things are possible. All things are possible. All things are possible to him that believed. And you change your focus when you look up. You get your energy back. You get your strength back. You get your fire back in your soul. Don't be like most people and look down. Look up. Say, all right, you mess with me, I'm going to think even bigger. I'm going to dream even bigger. That's where I want you. That's where I want your head. Focus on the target. It's $83K. For some of you, it's making $83,000 this year. For some of you, it's making $83,000 a month. For some of you, it's making $83,000 in a week. It's what 83K is. Since many of you won't set your own targets, I'm helping you. I've even branded the number 83K. We own the copyright of the number so that I can give you a target. We were created to aim at something. We have two eyes in front of our face because God designed us to aim and to move forward toward a target. People talk about, we want to be happy. We want to be happy. Well, what's your target? Well, I just want to love God, love God. Okay, love God. That's a personal value. Loving God, going to church, praising the Lord, that's a personal value you have. That has nothing to do with your dreams. Nothing to do with your dreams. Some of you love God, but you don't have dreams. And you wonder why you're stuck. You wonder why you're not happy because you don't have that target. You got to keep your eye on the target. And the only sense of joy and fulfillment you have is moving toward the target. It's not hitting the target, but it's moving toward that target. And then once you hit the target, you go, whoa, hey, celebrate. But then you got to say, okay, I got another target to hit. I also wrote down here, there's some of you who've hit a target and then you backed off the gas. You accomplished something, you did something, now you're like, oh, now I'm going to rest for a while. No. You need to go back and read the story of the turtle and the rabbit. That little story where the turtle was persistent and the rabbit was faster. But the rabbit did what? He was so far ahead of the turtle, he took a break. He took off the gas. And he rested, and the turtle beat him to the finish line. The moral of the story is not the slow turtle won. The moral should have been of the story is that the rabbit should have never backed off the accelerator. And ladies and gentlemen, God's anointing on you helps you get results faster. That's what the anointing is. It's God on you helping you to get results quicker than if you weren't connected to source. That the God within you, His power, working with you together, you and Him, to do the impossible. Come on. I'm trying to get your eyes up a little higher to start getting you to see that there's an impossible dream that you have, that in the natural it seems impossible. With you and God together, working together, now that impossible dream can become possible. But it can't happen if you quit in this moment. Get back in the game. Get your head back in the game. Your head's got to get back in the game. I know there's a lot going on. Get your head back in the game. The number one request we get from entrepreneurs is, hey, I love your books and teachings, but is it possible for you to mentor me? As someone who has served as a business coach and consultant for 30 years, yes, of course I want to help you. Since you visited this page, it tells me something about you. You're hungry to change your personal, professional, and financial situation. And that's the first requirement that I look for in mentoring people. If that sounds like you, I want to invite you into my private group, 83K Society. This is a tight group of seven-figure earners who are ready to scale above and beyond that, as well as people who are accelerating their way to achieving the spiritual and moral goal of success and financial wealth. We've had some amazing testimonies from people I've coached, like Martine, for instance, who just had his first $1 million day. Matt Anderson, a 30-year-old who bought a $27 million apartment complex. Justin Kane, who just had his first $83,000 month. There's Janice Rhodes, who finally published her first book. Then there's James, who made an extra $100,000 building his consulting company. There are two ways to learn: mistakes and mentors. Sadly, in the beginning, I was all alone, learning from a lot of mistakes. But when God crossed my path with millionaire mentors, that changed quickly for me. So I made a vow that when I became wealthy, I would become the person that I needed by helping others just like you. 83K Society is all about giving you access to three important things: mentoring to inform you, coaching to challenge you, and a community to support you. Here's what becoming a mentor of our 83K Society looks like for you. You're getting monthly coaching from me at our Success Symposium. You're getting access to our 1-year Millionaire in the Making training program. You're getting access to the Success Vault, a library of trainings on the 3 pillars of success: confidence, leadership, and wealth, valued at over $37,000. You're also receiving fly-on-the-wall interviews with kingdom millionaires and billionaires. And finally, you'll be automatically approved to join our 83K Society community on Facebook. You become what you focus on. If you want to become a baker, you need to study recipes and develop kitchen skills. In the same way, if you want to scale beyond 7 figures, you need to study the wealthy. Listen, if you feel like you're going around in circles, you have to change the circles you get around. Because the fastest way to change your life is to elevate your relationships. That's why my team has created the most incredible free gift offer ever. We are going to let you have a free test drive of this mentoring experience for the first 60 days. If you'd like to continue the mentoring after 60 days, we're going to give you an additional 50% off. The investment of this membership is $83 per month, and you will be able to get in for a limited time for only $39. This is a special one-time deal for you to get in to this special 83K Society. When you say maybe today, you can have everything I just told you about for 2 full months. Click the link below, and I'll see you at the next Success Symposium.